Hey man!
Hello.
Wow, that startled me. That noise, Can you hear me?
Nope.
How did you answer that? You're gonna have to explain. Yeah, one second. I'm just sending the link to Brendan. Um, don't know if you will be coming in, if you'll be free, but I sent it. Yep.
Hey, guess
Hey
what?
man, welcome.
Yeah, I want to start off on a good note. Well, on a good or a bad note. Basically, I know I just want to get right into it today. Right.
Okay.
Basically,
Yeah.
I was reading the chapter on last Thursday, right? And I thought, yeah, it's all right. And do you know what? I've just realised something about that. I just want to get straight into it today. I'm in a good mood. Do you know what I
Yeah.
noticed?
Yeah.
I want to ask you something about one certain character, right?
Okay.
Early in the book, what did Mona say? She
Um,
said
in the
she
book.
could do some things to our new client, Angela, didn't she?
Oh yes, 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 yes. Yeah, like
Yes,
together. Yeah, a
and then
joint section.
mysterious,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
goes missing, and then now she's back.
Hmm. Yeah.
I'm,
That's interesting. Also, I don't know if it's just me or not, but did you see how when we had did you take the hookup scenes with not hookup but the intimate moments with both Mona and Olivia? Did you take them?
I, I think I took the one with Olivia. I don't even know why, to be honest. I just,
Yeah, so basically, so this was just, a part of the sexual tension between the main character and the love interest or whatever they are, Mona and Olivia. But
yep.
Mona mentions that, like she's been getting her pleasure from somewhere else
Yeah.
too.
And
Yeah,
Ivan, sorry to cut in. I was literally just about to say the same thing as you just before I
yeah,
started saying it. I
exactly.
find that's hmm,
Yeah, and
gonna
she mentions that there is some lesbian woman who who ate her out for a long time, and then Olivia also mentions, she performed BDSM with a lesbian woman. Wow, coincidence? I think not.
it's them two, isn't it?
Yeah,
I, I, to me, that sounds like it's them two. But I can't honestly grasp the thing of the same. Oh, there is all connection to this. What connection? I can't think for the life of me.
yeah.
I've even took a
What?
screenshot of that. Is it Tartar card or whatever it's called?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Something like that. With that,
Yeah.
rope, the hanging sign.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, that's crazy. I mean,
Can I ask you this
last
question?
chapter.
I've just realised.
Yeah,
No disrespect.
yeah,
Didn't Mona say she wanted to kill herself, right?
yeah, yeah. Early in the chapter 3 or
Yeah,
something. Yeah.
yeah. Didn't could that be the connection? It's somebody on a tree. They wanted. I don't want. That's not sounding disrespectful. I'm just saying, stating the facts.
Hmm. Could be.
I'm
That could
sorry,
be.
but like,
Yeah, nothing off the table at this point. Like we're just starting the book, it can go either way. Anything can happen. So yeah, I mean, because everybody is a sus. We're talking about Angela. She got mysteriously kidnapped. Stuff happened. It seemed like she was being killed in that video, and she got murdered. But now
yep.
she's back, she's standing in front of us. So anything can happen.
Do you know what
And
I find funny now?
yeah,
This
what?
is where my suspicions arise about her. Yeah,
Yeah,
they haven't found her yet. The FBI have they?
yeah.
If they haven't found her and they find her mysteriously just after she turns up at our place, then it's. But I find it. Have we had a hookup scene with Candice yet?
Yeah.
Have we?
No, with Angela. Yeah, yeah, kind of. We had one.
Who haven't we had one with yet?
Except the FBI officer, we have had hookups since almost everyone.
I'm
Except
not.
the.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything else.
So you think the FBI officer could be involved in it, or she could be like the main love interest? Like, what are you trying to say?
I don't know what I'm. I'm not saying she's a bad character. I'm just saying I found it funny that we haven't got the chance to hook up with her yet.
By the way, her name is Clarice. I think is that right?
I thought
Last
Clarice,
time
not
we
Candice. But
Clarice,
yeah,
Clarice, yeah.
I found it weird that we haven't had a hookup scene with her yet.
Yeah, like we had one, but that was also in a dream, and it was
Exactly.
more like a threesome.
Yeah. Speaking about the dreams,
Yeah,
I reread the book again because I actually quite like it, to be honest.
yeah, same
um,
here, same here, same here.
why are
And something,
they? Why are they so intent on us in their dream? Or it might just be sexual. It might just not be. Why are they so intent on us punishing them? Look, I know it's a BDSM book and all this, like, but like, is a BDS done properly? No, 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 no. I don't mean no bad by that. But yeah, it's like I don't. I find it weird in the dreams as well, isn't it? Like, who's this mysterious woman?
yeah. Like there's someone, I think the villain, like from the conversation between Clarice and main character, like when they talk about a psycho killing women who have specific kinks and they're open about their sexual life and fantasies. I think we all thought it would be some men, like
Yeah.
but I think there is a possibility that it's not a man but it's a woman. I mean,
Woman.
I can see that
Yes,
coming happening.
because it ties in with what you said. I would literally name ban you idiot. I don't mean that nastily. Sorry. I was just about to say it, and when you said it, I thought, damn it. When you said about them saying they got help from elsewhere, saying I thought,
Yeah.
what? Why? But but after the latest chapter, I don't know. I can't honestly put a finger on who it could be because if it's just some random character we haven't seen yet, that takes away the fun, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean?
I know.
Like, it just takes away the. Well, we've only got like 3 chapters left, haven't we? If it's going to be an 8 chapter book.
Yeah, that would be really unfortunate, I guess, because this book, like, let's forget about guilty pleasure and adult education, but this one is even more intense. Just like, the last week we talked about it.
Yeah.
Devil's Deal,
Yep.
like that. It's a book. So it needs 16 chapters at
Yep.
least to like have a full. Like, there's a lot on the plate. If they just ended at 8 chapter, then it would be the most disappointed thing I have ever seen in Dream Zone, hands down.
Yeah, because this book's just getting interesting now. But I really hope before we talk about other things as well that it's not just some rando character we've never seen before, because that would just make it stale and just a bit too. I don't
Or
know how to
maybe
explain it.
or maybe someone's from our past, because I don't know if you noticed,
Yeah.
but the main character
Wait.
talks about their past. Like there's something like we
Yeah.
worked for like we completed an operation or something. We caught
Yeah.
some people, so there's more to our past than meets the eye.
And I'm not saying anything else. I'm not insinuating anything, or am I? I find it weird that the
Yeah.
only people or person who really dived into it was the other character, not the FBI agent, the other one.
uh,
Can't remember her name.
Sharon,
Yeah,
Sharon
her.
in black.
Yes, I, she dived into us more than the FBI agent did. That's that's a bit sus.
Hmm.
But
And then, yeah,
to
go on.
me,
Mhm.
I think the person with our past, call me stupid here, call me stupid,
Yeah.
is messing with them 2 girls, women, I should say. Could that be the person who messed with us? Now they're telling them to mess with us, like what Angela's doing. Could it? I agree with what you just said about that. Could it be the person from our past who I don't know what it is? What was it? What they apparently did to us? Just I don't know. It's
Yeah, I mean,
there's just so many unanswered questions about this book.
yeah, there's more to the main character's past than we all know. Like that's why I said like eight chapters won't cut it, because we are already in chapter 5. So if it's a 8 chapters book, like the last two recent books in Dreams, and then we're only left to 3 chapters, and I don't think even doesn't matter how lengthy they make the 3 chapters, they
Yeah,
cannot just include everything that is
yeah,
needed to make this book the best book in Dream Zone, or at least like one of the best books, like Devil's Deal, because it has a potential. Last week
yep,
we talked about it. We were really excited about it. This
yep.
chapter, like what would happen. So yeah,
Yeah, because like too much has not gone on. Like there has been stuff that's gone on, but it's not like it's gone quickly. If you know what I mean, like it's gone slow, and there's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
so many unanswered questions. Like one thing I can't put my finger. I know I've said it, and I'll keep saying it. I don't care what anyone says. The card. What the bloody hell am I supposed to know? Like, what? Like a person hanging upside down on a tree? What do I know about that? But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm less suspicious of the FBI agent, but I will say that now.
The FBI
I
agent.
don't think
Yeah.
she's in a. Say
Yeah.
again?
Same. I mean, it reminds me of in Devil's Game, the Devil's Deal book too, where we were taken to the police station every now and then, and Carrie was there. Remember those scenes?
Yeah, but did she end up as a bad character? Say because she
Hmm.
was being controlled.
Yeah.
What was it? Who was it by? That not the Kuchisaki on Nana. That's what she was.
Oh, that was a terrible demon, man, and that was a
Good.
true.
I actually searched it up. I remember when we were talking about that. I searched it up, and
Yeah,
oh my good god.
yeah. Kuchisaki Honda, I think that the name was.
Yeah, it's
Good old days,
it,
mate. Good old days. Yeah, those like we literally researched over a book, and those were true. They just didn't make it
it's not
up.
like some made up romance, bloody stupid plot
Yeah,
books. Like they actually
yeah,
put thought into it.
yeah. The main
Choices.
character eating out.
Oh, that's what I like
Damn.
about Dreams and Books. I will say as well. I don't think we've talked about this too much, but they actually
June's
research stuff
coming.
really well.
Yeah.
Again?
That's. No, I was just joking that June's coming.
Oh no. Yeah, but like
Oh,
at
good
least
God.
they actually put thought into it. Like with the like in Guilty Pleasure with the card things, the
Yeah.
tartar card, the
Got it.
Kuchisaki ugly thing, whatever you call it. That
Yeah.
and then like they actually search into the ethics of BDSM and like other books. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good like the boundaries of BDSM, the ethics like we talk about, and how
Yeah.
they have gone about it. It's really amazing. Like as someone, you know, I was watching Where Plays Games Choices, I think, his story today or yesterday, and there was an opinion saying, I like romance and smut just as the other person, but
I
Choices
agreed with
do a
that.
horrible job with that.
You can go back, everybody who watches this and listens to this, and you can back me up on this, and man. I've never said that I hate BDSM or I hate romance.
Yeah,
I said it needs to be done properly for me to like it.
exactly.
Like I agreed with that straight away. I didn't even hesitate. I just said agree. Some things people have said, the certain people, who you've just said as well. I've said some controversial things, which is fine, but I do agree with that 100%. You know where it is. It's just whatever's popular, they just go with. For sure, it's just like get this princess swap is say we've heard about this. Yeah, sorry, I know we're just talking about dreams, but I just want to add something quickly. Like somebody says, and I agreed, and I thought this myself. Like what people were saying, yeah. Well, why can't they go with the flow choices? Why can't they do this? My point is where's the originality? Choices only do something if it's in the media or it's very popular. Where's the uniqueness? Like Endless Summer. Why can't we go back to them days? Not just what would sell them money. I mean, let's face it, it is. I know we're just talking about Dream Zone in here, man, and I'm sorry, but it just really messes me up. I'm not going to swear because I'm going to be nice today, but like it just annoys me that like they only do it what's popular at the moment, like Princess Swap, like stuff like that, like BDSM, very popular around Christmas and this time of year because it sells them money.
Oh my
And
goodness. Oh.
I'm sorry, but it is true. I noticed this 1000%. Nobody, I don't care if anybody disagrees with me. Christmas time, when people get money and they get gifts and vouchers and stuff like that,
And a
BDSM
good old
books.
flogger.
Every single app, Lovesick, Chaps. Well, that's just smut anyway. What was it? Adult Education came out around Christmas. BDSM, well, not BDSM smut, but do you know what I mean? That game kinds of line. Very, very popular this time of year, like Christmas leading into the New Year and stuff like that. I know we're into March now, but like, do you know what I mean? It's like, why the choices do this? Oh, it's only do it because it's popular. Bull crap! Have you seen? I know I don't like looking at spoilers, but I had to look at the process swaps. What the? Have you seen them models of the love interests?
Yeah, I have.
Absolute sorry, but even a lot of people have said, "What the hell are those? What the hell are them models? They look like just." Sorry, it's like somebody's like shoved something up my bum at the moment. I'm just so fucking angry at the moment with it. It's just really annoying. I only do something when it sells. Fucking hell, come on.
Like what the problem you said with the love interest in Princess Swap?
Sorry, yeah, I know, I'm good soundtracks. They just look too. I don't say ugly, but they just look off. Do you know what I mean? They just looked a bit iffy. And I'll keep saying this again in here, man. So get it out of the way for the next few months. People say, yeah, but it's got to be gender locked. Bull crap! Why? I'm sorry, but I've said this every fucking week, man. I've said this every week, and I will keep saying this. Why does it have to be gender locked? You could just be swapping princesses. Like, you could be a king and you could be swapping princesses. What's the fucking problem with that? But no. You can still you can still choose a love interest gender, you know, all because I can choose what. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, honestly, I am really not looking forward to this book. Oh, don't judge a book by its cover. Oh my God, what I've heard of it so far, and I've got very reliable sources, not just Instagram. I'm not saying who, but I'm just not looking forward to this book. I'm really not. Like I said, the love interests just look off. Sorry. End of conversation about that now. But yeah, as I was saying, the love interests just don't look very good. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I see what I see what you mean. You know, I've seen the leak love interest too, and I think one of them. I don't know. The pattern is like rising tides, like two males, two female, Hispanic, Asian, black, white, something like that. So that's the combination. So so far, from what I have seen, the only love interest I like so far, I would say the white female one. She looks really amazing. But yeah, I see what
she
you
looks
mean.
Look, this sounds. I know what people are going to twist my words here. I'm going to be careful how I'm going to say it because you know what I mean. Yeah. The white love interest looks okay. The others just look off. Like the art just looks not very good.
Yeah, so like maybe what you're trying to say. Maybe like they went a stereotypical, maybe while representing the Asian ones. I think Hispanic one is really good too, but Hispanic and white. But when they represent Asian one or the black one, like they went too stereotypical, like with braided hair, some like we see like any black love interest, like in Manu and Shipwreck, like a black love interest, they're not supposed to have a plain hair or something different. Like give them some braided curly hair, buns, and then Asian, give them this. So do you want to say like these things really ruined the experience for those love interests?
Exactly. Yeah, that's it. It's like so just. Yeah,
yeah, that's interesting because a lot of people brought this up also.
Yeah, it's just because some of the comments on the pictures as well don't look very good either, and it's like I found it funny over there. Sorry, I was just laughing. No, I stopped talking about it now. Found it funny actually. I saw something on Twitter where somebody said, "Why the hell do you have to keep saying nearly every week that Crimes of Passion is coming out the 6th of April?" And everybody's like, everybody, I just laughed at that. It's like, yeah, exactly. We know it's coming out on the 6th, and we just shut up about it now.
Yeah.
But do you know where everybody said there was looking forward to Untamable? Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been reading it. What I will say is, after reading the latest chapter, I can't spoil anything. Sorry, no, I can't talk about it. But yeah, just totally off track there.
Is it a good or
Yeah,
bad?
I mean-
How's it experienced so far?
And here, man, can I just call you back a minute, please?
Yeah, sure.
Don't open it. I'll do it.
Open what?
Oh, sorry. 1 minute. My phone is just messed up here.
Hey, mate. Sorry. I had to take care
No,
of
it's all right. That's okay. Because somebody called me and it was still on the podcast and they couldn't hear me. So I thought I was talking to them when I were actually on the podcast still. It were a package and I said, "Don't open it." Oh my god.
Oh, was it a parcel?
Yes.
Oh, good. I hope it was not a flogger.
No, because I would be going to Brandon's for Sam.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. But yeah, June's coming. So more Sam drama.
Oh no, is it coming out in June?
Yeah. Before Blades. Way before.
We know why Pixelberry did it then. Just because it gives them money and they know people will pay for it. Changed my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, like someone said, like horniness.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, so what were you talking about before we left? I forgot.
Do you know what? I don't think we was actually talking about anything specific, really.
No, we're just going around and around, yeah. Yeah, I remember. Princess Swap, love interest and stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I'll add on it. Yeah, just look a bit off to me, like the artwork does.
Yeah, but also, somebody said, like Angel's hair, it also looked a bit off to them. So, do you agree with this? That the hairstyle they provided Angel, it just looks a bit off. Like it's not rightly placed and could have done a bit, better. Like, what's your opinion on it?
I just don't like the models. I just not particularly fond of the mods, really, to be honest.
Oh no, I'm talking about Angel from Wake the Dead.
Oh, Wake the Dead, yeah, it just looks. Look, people are going to kill me for this, but it just looks like she has a wig on.
Yeah, exactly. To be honest, that's also my opinion. I mean, yeah, she does look good, but the way her hair is placed, I would agree with it. It just looks so unnatural, Like for Shannon, for instance, like, yeah, that's good. Troy, yeah, good. Ellie, good. But like, Angel's hair, it's kind of a, like the position is really awkward, and someone made an edit. There she's looking gorgeous because the hair was perfectly placed.
Yeah. Look, before we go to anything else, I'll say one. Well, before we talk about Wake the Dead, I'll say one word. I can't remember his name now. Oh, bloody hell. I can't remember his name.
From where?
Dirk.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
To be honest, I have a controversial opinion about him. Want to hear?
No, I know. Look, I'll say one thing, yeah?
Yeah.
We all thought it was going to betray us, don't we?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. That people, like everybody, like 9 out of 10 people I talked to, they said Dirk is a bad character. Dirk is gonna betray us. But what I said from day one, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm still in chapter 11. But what I said was, look, I understand, sort of because of us, he lost one of his eyes, and
Can I tell you something?
it's an unprecedented situation. Like it's like if we are in a zombie world, in this world we are sometimes rude and acting out in a certain way. So I understand why Dirk is acting in a certain way, but he is a bit rude, but he won't ever betray us. So that's what I said. Now I'll go on.
Yeah, I'm gonna spoil something here, and I don't give a crap. Do you
Okay.
know what he said in the last chapter?
What?
That he wishes we died instead of our sister. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Now that's just wrong.
Yeah, that's definitely wrong. But what does that have to do with betraying?
Betraying you after we have given. Yeah, all right. That's fine. That's fine. But all because you like the look of a character doesn't necessarily mean you have to say they're going to be a bad person. They're going to be a good person.
No, I'm not saying they're a good person, but I'm not saying they're not a bad person either. They're like, your average guy. Like, they're sometimes good, sometimes bad. I mean, we don't agree with them all the times, yeah, like they are a bit of a jerk, like, and they can sometimes throw tantrum at us, like things like that. But saying like betraying us is basically like putting everyone at risk. Like I understand Dirk doesn't like us, but that doesn't mean like Dirk doesn't like himself, like he's living as a human. So if he betrays us, he puts himself also at risk, Mac at risk. So from that perspective, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I do agree with that. But I'll ask you the question:
Yeah.
why do you think he won't betray us?
That's a good question. So I think I just don't know because it's a pattern by Pixelberry. Like if you go back to Bryce in Veil of Secrets, he was the loathest character you can think of. Like you're gonna loathe him, but he was not the main criminal. You go to the unexpected areas, Vincent, a drunk guy, the other, all those like the Worthington, racist, sexist. They have all the bad qualities. They're not the good person to be with, but they did not commit the main crime. So that only tells me that. And to be honest, I understand like people can act in a certain way. And when Ellie got bit, he was being a jerk to and was not trying to save Ellie. Like that made me angry, and our main character, sort of lashed out at him. But later, like the main character tries to have a genuine conversation with him because I think in a real life scenario, because our main character is not just a normal person here, right? So he's a leader. So if you are a leader, you're gonna have to work with people who may be a jerk, who are not gonna listen to you, but you're gonna have to make do. You know what I mean? Because if you are not talking, if you need to make things done, and in order to get things done, you need to have like a bipartisanship, or just we don't look eye to eye on everything, but this is a common issue. So those bipartisanships you need to search between you. So I think from that perspective, Dirk could be the bad character. You know what I mean? It's just like Caleb from Hero, but at the end he fought with us. He could be like Caleb, like fighting with us. He was the wrong guy, but anything can happen, right? But betraying us just because he's acting in a weird way, I don't think choices will do that thing. Like maybe someone who we Mac can betray us, who's been a naive person.
Do
Just
you want to know something? Do you want to
overview.
know something?
Yeah,
I will say one thing about Mac. Yeah.
yeah.
Um. No more. Yeah.
Damn.
Yes. So the character. No, I'm not having a go. The character you just said might betray us can't.
Okay, that's wow.
Yep.
That's sad.
See. And do you know what choice that goes off?
Yeah.
Angel's parents. I'll say no more.
They also die. Wow.
Exactly. So this is what pisses me off.
That's
Not with
also
you, honestly. So
yeah.
exactly, that's my point.
That's BS. That's pure
Exactly.
BS, man.
Because I thought she'd be angry. Look, I'm sorry, I'm spoiling this here. You're probably gonna have to put a spoiler in, or literally just take this out, right? I'm speaking to you in here,
Yeah.
man, and a lot of others. If you don't want, I'll spoiler here. Right. My point is, she ends up shooting him herself nearly. And we did it, and she didn't even get angry. So what would the bloody point of saving them in the first place?
Yeah, that's a bit, effed up.
Bullshit. That's what my point is as well. Yes, choices matter. That's a good thing. But to the point where, like, that, and she's not even affected by it. Bullcrap. Bullcrap, that is. It's honest.
That scene, even like Angel killed her parents. That scene should have been written in a certain way that would have reflected your previous choices. Like when you killed or saved Angel's parents, like the emotion should have been reflected in Angel's eyes when she kills her. Otherwise, it kind of undoes everything the hard choices did earlier.
I mean, what did Mac do? He literally did no wrong. So why did it have? That's what's getting me. Why did it have to be specifically him? That's obviously you've not read these chapters, but like, why did it have to be specifically him? And I'll tell you something. We go on an expedition, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say something without spoiling it. This is why you've explained everything about Dirk, and I'll add a couple more points, right?
Yeah.
I could agree, you might not, because he's just a bit angry and all that, and obviously, if somebody loses the right, you're all going to be a bit pissed. But right, I'll say it without spoiling the next bit.
Okay.
We go on an expedition somewhere because we have to go on somewhere because you've obviously read the descriptions for the latest chapters, right? But we're going to the latest expeditions, which is fine. But do you want to know something?
Yeah.
Dirk's, because there's this new zombie and all this, right? And that's all I'll say. And 3 people have gone missing, including the kid May, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess who the first person said we should leave him behind?
Dirk. Yeah, I know.
And guess who agreed with him? Every other character in our colony, or whatever you call it. Everybody else agreed with him. He agreed with him. And I'm not saying he's a bad person. He might be, he might not be.
Yeah.
He might just be a bit angry at the moment. But why the hell did everybody else agree? They wanted to leave a fucking girl behind. A child. They said, oh no, they're going to be dead anyway. Well, how do you know if you can't see them? Bullshit, man. Complete crap. I can get angry in here, man, yeah? Sorry, there's going to have to be spoilers here. Sorry about this. But, like, why would you leave a little girl behind? A little boy or a girl behind? Never. Ever in my life. They only cared about themselves. And it is complete crap. And it's like, honestly, in here, the latest chapters or 2 of Wake the Dead are really grinding my gears. Like, to the point where, like you said with the choice I've just told you, why should that make any sense?
Yeah.
That's just crap. If they were just going to die anyway, and they were going to kill them anyway, then what would the point of saving them?
Exactly. That just doesn't make sense.
Well, I know I've probably just spoiled it, but that's not the biggest spoiler in this book at all. That's probably the least biggest spoiler in the book. After what what we saw last week by accident. Yeah. But like I said, that's just bull crap, that choice. I had to tell you that choice, Nave, and I'm sorry, but I really did. That's just bull crap. I know, it's a matter, that's your choice for doing it. I get that. But to the extent where even Angel wasn't even bothered doing it. Well, it were us, but like, still, she wasn't even affected. She was there right next to us when we did it. Like, come on. Do you know what? I'll say this now. You call me controversial, neighbor. I don't care. She is the least developed character in this book. Changed my mind.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Impressed. She didn't even come into like the 4th chapter. Shannon's probably my favourite love interest. I liked Angel at first, but latest few chapters, I've realised of how not bad of a love interest as a person she is, but how underdeveloped she is to say Eli. I mean, let's face it, Eli's the main love interest in this book. Don't care what anybody says.
And you know why? Because so Astra said it first that like asked her like, "Do you have any good zombie movies or something?" Then she mentioned this zombie series. I was gonna say Dombie. It's a zombie series.
What is Bloody Sam in the book now? Dom book.
Dombie, Dombie, yeah, Dombie.
Dombey. Yeah, because
Oh
that's all
god,
she does. She literally just goes slow for everyone.
yeah.
Sorry.
So
No.
yeah, so this series was called like Walking Dead. It's in like 11 or 12 season series on
Yep.
American TV. So
Yep.
I watched some scenes from Walking Dead, and I kid you not, scene by scene, there are a lot of similarities. Like, and there's a character called Dylan or someone, and he has
Yep.
sort of the similar characteristic to Eli or Ellie, and that probably explains why Ellie is the favorite character, because Ellie has some connection with Dylan. Like, probably Dylan were their inspiration when they wrote Ellie.
Yeah, but sorry. Give me a second.
Yeah, no worries.
But yeah, like I I mean, not like the least developed character. I mean, the love interest. She is
Yeah.
the least developed love interest in that book. Nobody can change my mind. She didn't come in until like chapter 4. She's just exactly. It's I just. But apart from that, it's been a great book. Like,
Yeah, I know. It's one of the great books of this year. One of the greatest, if I might say so.
yeah, and like, I just, and I'll just keep saying it again in here, Ben. I'm sorry, but what is it again? Who is it getting the worst treatment out of all the characters? What are non-customizable? I, I, I just hate to put it out there. I'm stating the facts.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That has always been a problem with choices, and
No,
now
look,
it's
I know.
here.
Sorry. I'll have to cut in there very abruptly. They like. I know we talk about this more or less every week, but this book, go to put it in order of love interests.
Hmm.
Uh, the forced love interest is Eli. I hate to say it because he's had the most scenes. I'd say probably not, but like we all did by when he actually. No, I'm not going to say anything. But yeah, with what happens in the latest chapters, he's clearly the favored love interest. But it's. I know it's a recurring pattern, isn't it, in Eoban? We talk about it every week, and it's like people probably get bored of us saying it, but I don't care. It's like my love interest in this book is Shannon. I'll say that. But I was with Angel at first because we said we didn't know who to pick, and I was like, it's
Yeah,
leaning
exactly.
towards Angel. But then I thought Shannon because Angel just didn't get the love. I, I feel so sorry for people who romance her. Like, I just am. I just, I am just fed up with it now. If Civil don't read it, then yeah, I'm 16 chapters in. No, sorry, not 16. Sorry, I apologize. 14 chapters in. I think it is. Is it? No, 15. I can't remember.
15.
But yeah, it's like I'm just. I mean, I'm just not. I don't know how to explain it. I'm just not in the right mind to like. Oh, pardon me. Sorry. Just. I'm just fed up with it. It's. It's just a recurring pattern. It just is. And you know what else is in a recurring pattern as well?
What?
Single love interest books. Fucking useless.
Oh yeah, of course.
And do you want me to? Obviously, you're going to be reading Untamable soon, right?
Yeah.
Do you want me to sum that book up in one word?
Yeah.
Horny. No,
Yeah, someone
really.
told me it's the horniest book, even hornier than the Nanny Affair. Someone said.
Do you want to know something? You're going to be
Yeah.
shocked at this. I agree with that. Worse than Nanny Affair. Up so far. Honestly, Anaban, you don't understand. The love interest is fine. Like, not fine like that. she's fine. She's good looking. Yeah, I agree. But like, oh my god, it is one of the horniest books I have ever read in my life. Worse than Nanny Affair, hands down. And that's saying something.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we'll have to see like how that goes, but untamable, as the name suggests, like a surrender, it's definitely like really, really taboo and steamy book in choices and the forbidden aspect of it. But yeah,
Do you know
I mean,
what?
single love interest books tend to be really steamy.
Yeah. Do you know what? I had a great argument with somebody the other day about surrender, yeah? Because, sorry, do you want to know this? It's quite funny.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely. Go on.
Basically, what's happened is I was having an argument with somebody. I'm not saying who, and I'm not saying what on or who it was or anything.
Yeah.
But they were saying Surrender's a good book. And I said, I politely disagree. She said, well, it's got all like the safe word and just stuff like this. And I said one word. I said one sentence. I said, have we actually got to use the safe word in this book yet? And do you know what the funniest thing is?
What?
They blocked me after that.
Oh, good God. I mean,
No,
look,
I'm sorry, but up to now in this book, we have not got one chance to say the safe word. Zilch. Chapter 17 I read, I'm not spoiling anything, but the main character actually stood up for herself for once. And guess what? Do you know,
What?
for everybody, I'm not saying which people on the podcast as well, what did I say a couple of weeks ago? And you can back me up on this. Please, I know you will. I hope so. I said, watch Pat come back and bite us in the bum and say, you've been doing stuff for your boss. That's all I'll say. Whoa, what happened with the cliffhanger?
So exactly that's what happened?
Well, not exactly to the words, but she did come into where we work, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, to the apartment complex,
Mm-hmm.
where the place what Reagan gave us, and said, I want everything in the divorce, and just stuff like this, like crap, like people would say. And she said, like, if you don't and you don't comply to anything, then I'll tell your boss where you work that you've been messing about with the BDSM person, Reagan. I thought, what? I told you in Evan, didn't I? Nobody hardly believed me. I said, that's what will happen. And look what happened. She'll try and turn it back on us. I saw that coming from a mile away. Oh my God, it was so.
Yeah,
But in the latest chapter,
I remember you telling me that that was a couple of weeks back. On a Monday we were talking about that.
yeah,
I think
and I
the
said,
last episode I've published on YouTube is that. So yeah, definitely. So
because
that Patrick has that trick. To be honest, you cannot spoil that book for me because like a lot of people are who comment on my channel like them. I'm not really reading this book, not because it's BDSM aspect or something. I'm not saying like I don't like BDSM and stuff, but the way the BDSM is there, it's just not for my. It's just not my cup of tea, and it's just not something in specifically gender locking and the way it's done. It's not something like it's a good book so far. Until chapter 4, I've read, or chapter 3, I don't remember, but so far I liked the storyline, how it was, like all the BDSM thing, music specifically, background, and all the things. They've done a really good job with that. And a concrete writing they have, unlike Mismatch, or they're a bit sloppy with the writing.
let's not even
But
talk about that shit show of a book. Sorry.
but like I don't, I'm not really getting into this book at the moment. So yeah, I don't think I will finish Surrender
Right.
in near future.
Do you
Let
mind?
alone
Sorry.
this year. Yeah.
Do you mind me telling you some bits what happened in the last chapter?
I don't like I said, I'm not probably not gonna finish Surrender in
Right.
near future or longer future or whatever you wanna call it. So yeah, that would be really good if you can tell me what's happening and how many chapters it's gonna have, stuff like that.
Basically, the latest chapter, do you know what Reagan said?
No, I don't know.
They're
How would I
putting
know?
an end to our relationship altogether.
What? Can you repeat that again? Did I hear that right?
I kid you not. They're putting an end to the relationship altogether. And the main character, I felt, honestly, this was the best moment in the book where she said, after everything I've been through, after everything you put me through and all stuff like this, I thought, go on, girl, what? I thought, you actually get, you've just said what the most of the bloody Pixelberry fandom feel about this book. You've made us feel like crap all day. You've only done stuff to make you happy, not me. I thought, what? She was going off on Reagan. Wow. And then we went to a club and we got to not hook up, but have make out with another person. And do you know what the main character did? I found this so funny. Do you know what she did?
What?
She went and called Reagan and told her what she just did. I thought,
Mate.
oh, wow. I thought, go on. Honestly,
So who did you make out with?
just this random party goer person.
Like, can you tell me like what her sprite looked like?
Lena from America's Most Eligible,
Oh.
I think it was. And I thought, yes, please. And honestly, as soon as she did that, and main character's like, well, and then our sister turned up at the latest chapter 16, like the cliffhanger for chapter 17, like the end of chapter 16. She was saying Reagan's sister turned up, and Reagan's sister took us out, and even what Reagan's sister said, she shouldn't have treated us like she did. And she even took us to the club. And it's like, wow. I mean, the main character even said themselves, you've just treated us like crap all the book. Why should we? And she, after what happened with the hookup, like make-out thing, the main character just went absolutely off on her, saying, you treat me like crap. You've only done stuff to make you happy. You've never let me do what I want. It's always been about you. And whoa.
Savage. Killed it. If it were a rap battle, main character would have slayed Reagan.
Yeah. Because, well, like I said, the main character, honestly, Reagan said she's putting an end to the relationship and like the agreement. Do you know what I mean? Like the agreement, like thingy, like the relationship and all that we had with her. And it's like, but Reagan wouldn't tell us about why she and she even sent security to our security, like tons and tons of, like 10 or 15 security guards, whatever, to our workplace to protect us, because Reagan thinks it's somebody who we work with that's leaked the address and leaked. I don't know, but because you know the guy who's been acting like a pillock where we work. No. The guy where we work, I can't remember his name. The intern who works there as well. Basically, I don't think you've met him yet. Basically,
I think I know who you're talking about. That's one glimpse.
Look,
he's basically one of the closest, people to the senator or whoever that person is, right? Who's running for the government.
Yeah, one of the people who work for the Luis Hernandez.
The one with the blonde hair, I think.
Yeah, and in the chapter 17, I said, look, I felt horrible. Like, his threat was like crap, but it's not like tried to harm us. Tried to get credit for our work, which is fine, but like, and then he's been acting like a pillock to us and just like this, talking to us about piece of crap. But I didn't actually want to get him sacked from his job. So I saved his job in that, and it's like, because Reagan honestly thinks it's somebody from our work who's done it, who knows where we live, like, and just stuff like that, like who's found out about all this agreement and all this. And it's like, I can't believe Reagan said, honestly, she said she's putting an end to all this like agreement in the relationship and that, because Reagan can't take it anymore. Like main character said, you're only doing what makes you happy, not me. Honestly. Best chapter in this book so far, hands down. Because we actually got to stick up for ourselves and we actually got a choice. Way! Sorry.
Exactly. I mean, that relationship, it's a bit tumultuous. Like in Guilty Pleasure, like if one person is a dom or sub, there may be that role inside the bedroom, but outside, the way Reagan always dominated the main character, it's just a bit too much.
Look, I know she was the dom, and I get that, but to the point where we're not even allowed to choose what we want. Like,
That's
we've got to do what
BS.
she
That's
does. We're not even allowed to eat ourselves. Remember them couple of chapters people were talking about? Well, she had to feed us. It's like, excuse me, I'm not fucking 5 years old. Like, but
Yeah. Basically, they copied out 50 Shades of Grey.
that says something when the book's got like 25% fucking watch rates and like rated out of 100. It's not a very good book series, book, film, and everything like that. It's a very, very bad series.
Yeah,
But like I
they
said,
copied it out.
like where's
The same thing was
where's
there
the
on the
originality? Where's the originality?
yeah, none. Like they just twisted the main plot into a different thing. Because I remember a friend telling me like it was the same thing. The boss used that Christian Grey, who was the boss,
Yep.
basically the Reagan of that movie or book, and then
Yep.
I don't remember the name of the intern that Dakota Johnson played. Now she was like the same thing. Like she got used by her boss, and she was just basically enjoying and stuff. And then one day she leaves, saying like I can't continue doing this. If you really love me and not just my body, then and then the change happened. Finally, what happened? He realized that yeah, they're not body and to make changes and stuff. So yeah, basically the same plot, just like different things. Incidents different, same. Like flow is the same as the movie and as the book.
Adds into what we've always said, then, hasn't it?
Yeah.
That choices only do what's in the mainstream media and what people think they'll like. Like I said, it's true. Where's the originality? Where's the good books what no one's ever heard before? There's not even a plot nobody's heard before. E.g.,
Yeah,
Dream
like
Zone, Devil's Deal.
endless summer. Yeah,
Exactly. It lives. Like, I've not
it
seen a plot like that in my life.
blades,
Ever.
blades.
Blades. Like,
Dead.
where's the originality? And what do all these books have in common? One thing. Everybody likes them books.
And they're gender customizable mostly,
Exactly.
except
And I'm
the
not
Unexpected Paris, which is a really, 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 really good book, but gender locked.
where it makes sense to be gender locked.
Yeah, exactly. Given the time and stuff happens, yeah, exactly. Otherwise, the story would have been, different.
1 minute.
I hear some vibrations.
1 minute, sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
People call me like when
I also got a call a few minutes ago. I just can't, decline it. It happens. When you're lying down doing nothing,
it's funny, right? Because I'm on Google. Sorry, I'm on Google Duo. You probably heard of it, right? And it's funny because my mum can't hear me. So what I did is I mimed. I pointed to my eye and I did the phone signal, and she put a thumbs up to me. So she knew. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it makes sense to be. It makes sense. No, it doesn't matter. Just leave that bit now. It's fine. It's fine. The unexpected hair rest makes sense to be gender locked.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying I've hated this book because it's gender locked. There's serious problems in Surrender, which I hope choices learn from. Because, like, to me, it's funny, isn't it? It's like with the Black Lives Matter thing. The only choices only made that post because it was in mainstream media. They said, and like a lot of people said about it, well, if they really cared about it that much, why didn't they just do it from the start? Why did it have to take that what happened to make them do this?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it's stupid. I want original good books. Like, wait, the people say, well, wait, the Dead's original. Nope, just wait. There's Walking Dead. There's loads of zombie movies and films out there.
Still. Yeah. Like it's like like not that much original, but it still has its own uniqueness as a book.
Yeah. I
It's
get
not
it.
copied stuff. Yeah. Like
Crimes of Passion, though.
Yeah.
There's loads of detective movies and films out there, but to the point where, like, it's what's going to be happening with the book, like the cult and everything. We don't say much, but like,
Yeah, like these books, Wake the Dead and
Yeah,
Crimes of Passion, they are not like, they have some inspirations like Wake the Dead, Walking Dead, and some other detective
like you
movies
said,
or series maybe. Yeah, but they have
inspiration.
their own originality. Yeah.
The same ideas, but not exactly copy and paste like Surrender.
Yeah, like not the exact flow. Wake the Dead's flow is completely different than Walking Dead, but it has some inspirations. That's a different thing.
Exactly.
It lives in the movie It. They have some similarity, if not similarity, some inspiration, but flow similarity. Completely different things.
Yeah,
And
because let's
Hero.
face it, it lives. Who would have? I kind of thought Jen could have been Redfield, but I didn't expect it that much. Like, who could have
I,
bloody
I
thought in the second book that was our grandmother? I
yeah.
did not expect that. Where are the good plot twists in choices nowadays? Good,
I
good, good plot twists.
I know what you mean there.
It's I don't know what all these books we've just mentioned. What are good and original, like inspiration, but not copy and paste. Everybody likes these books.
Yeah.
It does not take myself, because I'm quite stupid, to even realize this. It is so unbelievably obvious. Like with you said, we end of summer. What's wrong about that book? Actually, the worst book of the three is probably book three, because it was so obvious what the book wanted you to do. But I've not seen a plot like Endless Summer in my life ever.
Nope.
What?
And
what
a funny tidbit. The funny tidbit is that before Endless Summer was released, Choices was sort of like an independent media or independent company. And
yep.
then by the time Endless Summer Book 3 was releasing or it was in the works, Choices, like, they got bought by Nixon. And since Nixon bought Choices, they are putting business before, quality, like quantity over quality or whatever you want to call it. I'm not saying they haven't produced good things. They have
Nope.
been producing good things, but you know they're cutting sequels of good books like Endless Summer. I think you would have gotten more books, more sequels if it, and Hero probably would have gotten more books. There would have been more choices, but instead of open heart, we rush for a
Ethan Hart.
elder doctor, or maybe baby bump. These, like, they basically, after Nixon bought them, they basically, ABC and Fox News shows, they made them into books. Open Heart is, there are lots of doctor shows, like
Yep.
Grey's Anatomy, and then a lot of mixed shows. um Chicago Heat or something. I don't, Dial 112. So you can just see the similarity there. Only Nightbound and Bloodbound were really thought out books. After that, It
Do you want to know
Lives.
something as well?
What?
No, that ties into what I said about Princess Swap. It is literally just called Princess Swap.
Yeah.
Like, how more obvious can you get? I mean, it's going to be so obvious what's going to happen in that book, isn't it? It's like, oh, and do you know what? John and John, do you really want to know something controversial?
Yeah.
I'm fed up of royal books. What's everybody's obsession with them? I'm just fed up with it. We had like
Yeah.
nearly 10 books of fucking royal romance. That was enough.
By
But
the way,
I
this
just don't get the hype.
Royal Romance, and also working on got that info from Choices Analyst. So this is a real tidbit.
Yep.
This is a new moneymaker. The next moneymaker royal book is Princess Swap.
To ask you a question.
Yeah.
What do most of the royal books have in common?
Gender locked.
Well, that's all I'll say. Why do they have to be?
I don't know. It's just
I'm sorry, but I know you're
stupid.
probably laughing internally about what I say. Why I think my opinion that I think Princess Swap obviously the name is Princess Swap. That's fine, but like Could it have its own twist on it? Like, like you're probably gonna. I know you laugh at this, but I'll keep saying it, man. And if you don't want me to talk about it, just tell them to shut up, you pillock. But serious, no, I'm not calling you a pillock, but tell me to say that to me. But yeah, like, why does it have to be gentle locked? Like, why? I just don't understand. But you know where it is. Money talks. Money talks. Well, like I said, I agree with that. What that person said, it's going to be the new moneymaker, hands down.
Yeah,
No comment.
it definitely does.
No idea.
It definitely does.
But why does it almost all royal books have to be gender locked? If it makes sense to be gender locked, fine, like Unexpected Heiress. But like a very scandalous proposal doesn't need to be gender locked at all.
That was a batshit crazy book. If you play from a female ally perspective.
Yeah, that this book did not make any sense. Yeah. But yeah, we talk about gender locking, but I think that's one of the biggest issues in choices. In my opinion.
Yeah.
Not one of the biggest, like it's not, but it's like one of. It's not the biggest problem. But
Yeah, to be honest, it's sometimes because a lot of people like the female fan base, like how they say like oh like for instance, like I'm not like complaining about like anyone's opinions, but just I'm trying to see the reason, like why as a male player gender locking books in terms of female make you upset. Like a lot of people played Wolf Bride, right? A lot of women and they were like, "Oh, it triggered my mental health," like I got offended by this personally because why they got offended? If they had seen a TV show, they wouldn't have got offended because the TV show has a different main character, but they chose a main character that they associated with. They put themselves in the shoes of the main character. They personified the main characters themselves because that was a female main character. And that's why they thought like whatever they had feelings for. I'm not going into detail. That's not the point here, but I'm just trying to show you. So you know having a main character who looks like you or who has the same sexuality or who has the same gender as you, it matters. Otherwise why would those people comment that? So it matters. So
well,
it if it's a gender customizable book or gender locked, no matter how good the book is, if it's gender locked, you don't see it as a book where you can personally connect because it's all about connecting to it personally.
and you said it yourself about myself, and this is what my point is. People say you ate more or less every book, don't you, Macaulay? I don't, but every book I don't particularly like has a male main character and gender customizable love interest. And it's like, I know I've said this all the time, but two of the most needlessly gender locked books are probably Witness,
Rising Tide.
Rising Tides. I think it goes in this. I think there's three. If there's any more, please tell me. But I think number three would be
The Nanny
no,
Affair.
no. AVSP, a very scandalous
Oh,
proposal.
that was bad shit.
Number two, I'd say Witness, because that no need for it to be gender locked at all.
Yeah. And don't forget
Number
the
one,
Nanny Affair and Queen Bee. The Nanny Affair, I thought, it's because the male nannies aren't possible. Then, second book, boom, some more drama, sexual drama, bring a male nanny. And then, Queen Bee, Carter, he's also participating for Queen Bee spot, male. Why can't we do that?
honestly, I know I talk about this all the time, but the most needlessly gender locked book is Rising Tides. End of conversation. Like, but yeah.
Why did that need to be gender locked? Such a good book. Would have been more enjoyable.
But obviously, Adrian. Honestly, I wouldn't say Adrian's the most forced. He's forced, but not as much as people I think to say. Camilla's up there. I don't like her character though. I didn't like her character at all. But because she's good looking, it doesn't matter what she did. Sorry. It's where it is. It is where it is. It can't not state the facts.
I mean, I like Adrian's character. From Bloodbound, my favorite love interests are. Yeah, it's hard to choose who it is, but it's gonna be between Adrian and Jax. hands down them, and then Lily.
Lily just got absolutely shafted in that series, and I don't mean in a sexual way, but I mean, no, seriously, she got done in that series, and Jax, absolutely terrible. I wanted to date Lily, I wanted to romance Lily, but I just couldn't because she got absolutely nothing. And like people say with the love interest distribution in Queen in Wolf Bride, I saw that post, and I'll have to be a bit controversial about that. Yes, they did get equal scenes more or less, but still, who got the more time in those scenes? Bastion.
Yeah,
Like, but I think that's not. I'm going off a bit off topic, but yeah, it's just gender locking is probably one of the top 3 main issues.
yeah. But
Obviously,
foreign affairs, you see, like it was not gender locked. The main love interest Blaine was gender customizable, but Tatum and Ina got kicked to the curb. Like they literally
I
got kicked to the curb. Like the hell.
I
I
Romance
mean,
Niner. Sorry, I wanted to put in here because I really like that book.
yeah,
Underrated, 100%. Ina and Tantum, I felt so. I liked Ina personally. However, I agree with Tantum. Tantum, I don't know. He got absolutely shafted. Not as much as Ina though, for certain reasons, but which makes the reasons even worse because it's not even customizable. But yeah, that book was just plain affairs, hands down. You can't even change my mind on that on the band. Well, you agree with it obviously, but still. But Blaine was I don't say this as much, but one of the most forced of interests as well in the book. I will
hell
say.
yeah. You know why? Because they were a bad boy or bad girl vibe. I mean, come on. Like, I just hate it. I mean, choices go for these two routes really hard. Bad boy or bad girl, and then CEO, billionaire, boss who are really rude at first. I mean, come on. Like, this is too much.
Yep, absolutely is, and it's an absolute joke. Honestly, Ina, look, I don't like. I didn't really like Tantum. I didn't really like Blaine, but I do agree with that. But I'd rather date Tantum than Blaine, hands down, no questions, no hesitation, because that book got ruined by what they did to Ina. I rarely say this about books, but what they did towards her made the book not unforgivable, if you know what I mean, but not very good. Because where's all this drama we were supposed to be getting with her or him?
Yeah, that's just, they focus too much on Blaine, Should have made it a single love interest book. Gabe.
Oh, fucking hell, don't even get me started. Oh, look, let's dance towards Gabe. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. But yeah.
Talk about it. I would say Ethan is less forced than Gabe. I know, like he may have more scenes, but just because we have had at least more options, like Ethan, Raphael, and then
Don't say something.
Jackie. But Ashlyn, I think Jackie got more scenes than Ashlyn.
I know you don't like Ashlyn that much,
Yeah.
but like, do you want to know something funny? I actually don't disagree with you. Because who just says to a new colleague or client or whatever, sorry you call it, like, oh, he's flirting with him in front of his new colleagues. That's wrong. Am I not wrong? Like, remember that scene where we thought we were going to get a clue or whatever it was, but it ends up taking us to dinner, lunch. What was that? What? Because a lot of people said it, didn't they? I even replayed it just to not even bloody press it and to not even take the scene. Because that's just a joke.
I know.
Right, Alec, right. How long do you want to record for next? Because we've been going for about an hour or two nearly.
But like these things ruin the experience of the game.
Yep.
I mean, Gabe is a nice person. There's no problem with that. It's for Ethan, but like forcing is just like then just it
But you
just
know
makes
what? When do you need to end the video call your pillow the podcast when you're thinking of ending it? That's all. I don't need to go. I'm just saying. I just want to have an idea.
I should have like 5 to 6 minutes still, but because I don't want to make it super big because that would be really hard to
Yeah, yeah.
upload.
All right. Then. Talking about gender locking and that, after talking about everything else, I want to ask you a serious question.
Go on. I love to be asked questions.
Who do you
Yeah, go ahead.
think, out of all the books you've read, is the most forced love interest in the game?
Like, is it a single? Can it be a single love interest book or multiple?
I'd say exclude single love interest because you can't. It's that me because they're the only love interest that you can't really compare, can you?
Yeah, because if
So,
you have single love interest, then saying forced is a bit like Far Cry because like there's just one. How are they forced? Like yeah. So I would say let's see, Blaine, hands down, Blaine.
I'd agree with you there.
Yeah, because I have not seen another love interest, and specifically because if you like Tatum or Aina, it just ruins the experience. Like Tatum was leaving us, like he was quitting the bodyguard job. Aina was betrayed us. So there were a lot of things to do in that 14th chapter with them. Instead of that, we are on a boat hooking up with Blaine. There is no sign of Aina, no sign of Tatum for the whole 14th chapter down the drain. I hated that chapter. I think after chapter 10, they should have locked the love interest.
Yep. And as well, that book. I mean, it was a great book, but like it got absolutely ruined because it was so obvious who was betraying us.
Yeah.
I think it made it at the start. I didn't know who it was, but I mean, like I knew betrayed us. As much as I know she has a good excuse, and as much as I like her character, I can't understand why. I know her dad and that, but even her dad said why. But still, it doesn't excuse like how shafted it is. And do you know what makes it worse? Before we have to go, and I have to go in a minute anyway.
Yeah,
What
look,
makes it
I can
worse? 100%.
doubt
Sorry, 100% is because she's not even gender customizable.
exactly. I mean, that would have been
I
way
tell you
better.
what. I tell you what would have made that book better quickly
Yeah,
if it was Blaine who betrayed us, not Aina.
exactly. I know, but that can happen because they are the favorite love interest, the love child. But, but yeah, I mean, just think about it for a second. Like a love interest betraying a main character is a really good plot. But when the aftermath, we see the tension well captured between the love interest and the main character. That love interest, and we see the bond rebuilding. Sort of, they're going through the tension, and sort of, redemption, and then all that stuff. Like there were a lot of things that could have been done after that. But then they just said, "Oh, your love interest betrayed us. Well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut the love interest for next 2 chapters. We're gonna make them crap. And your bodyguard, they failed. Kick him out of here. And you have a gender customizable main love child, love interest who is a bad boy, bad girl. Or you get to hook up with them all the time. Let's just do that." That was, I mean, really ruined the experience of Foreign Affairs, and mostly because it ended on chapter 16 abruptly, too soon. I mean, it was a really good book with great potential, but got ruined.
I think, kid me wrong here, one of the most rushed endings I've seen in Choices. Obviously, we know we need to go in a second, but I'd say that. I'd say that 100%.
I would agree with you. I mean, there is no even debating or questioning that statement of yours. Like 100%.
And I think as well, it ruined it. Sorry, I know we need to go in a second, but like, I think it ruined it because we know goddamn well who was the big betrayer in this book. It was so obvious it was Winston. It was unbelievably obvious.
Yeah. A lot of people said that it's gonna be Winston, but that at the end, like that was like horrible shit show.
Terrible. Worst. One of the worst rush engines I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, I think that's all we've got to talk about today, isn't it?
Yeah, but it was a really good conversation for his Dream Zone and choices and
Yeah.
all this stuff. Yeah, looking forward to some new books and choices. Then we can talk about them. That'd be really
Yeah.
amazing. Dream Zone Chapter 6, I think, is next for um,
Yeah.
Guilty Pleasure. It's a great book,
Yeah.
turning out to be really good. And then talk about it.
Do you know what? I'll end up on a good note. If Guilty Pleasure ends up being like it is at the minute, sorry, I'm just going to be very quick. Sorry. If it ends up being like it is at the minute and it gets a second or even more chapters, I think it'll be one of the best books I've ever read on Dream Zone and probably other apps. It is really up there. But yeah, I think that's it then, isn't it?
I agree with you. Yeah. All right. So good luck reading the next few
Yep.
chapters. Wake the Dead, Surrender, or whatever book you're reading, and of course, Guilty Pleasure. And have a nice weekend. I will see you later this week or next week early.
Yep. All right then.
Yeah.
I'll
Take care,
see you
man.
in a bit then.
Bye. Yeah.
See you in
Bye.
a bit.